You want to be the masses, bitch? You can do that without me. I was like, come on, Sting. Come through. Come through, Sting. Good morning, everybody. This is Poetry. I'm with My Twisted Life. This is Underground Season 2, Episode 3, Recap and Review. I apologize, y'all. My signal couldn't stay on last night, so I'm not even sure if I got the whole episode in. And I'm tired this morning. It is early in the wee morning right now. You can probably tell by the lighting in the room. I got my umbrella lights on, and I still look super dark, like for real. So this episode started off with Daniel. Daniel was there reading out the newspaper, and if I remember correctly, there was a paper that was an underground paper that was going on back in that time. Because he was reading "Am I a Woman?" I saw on the paper there was an article about Sojourner Truth that was in there as well. Is that the Sentinel? Am my history right? Let me know, y'all, what the name of the paper is if y'all can remember from the history that we do know of ourselves. And so he's reading to his child, and the child is just filled with wonderment about the things that black people are saying in front of crowds of white people, or just period, saying period. And there was a statement in there that he told his child that this means that you are not only just strong in body, you're strong in mind. And thank you to the commenter who told me what Daniel's name was. I apologize. I meant to write everybody's name down this morning, and it just slipped my mind that I did not write everybody's name down. They gave me information. I remember Tawan Carr because we've been communicating back and forth over the past few days, and we've been talking about the medicine that Sting has been taking. It's supposed to be a mix of opium and wine. Somebody else also told me that it was opium. So my mom still got the vote for turpentine. But I think the character, Myra Vaughn, she plays Sting on the show. She posted that it was opium on her Instagram page. Okay, so what I don't like right now is the past 3 episodes since season 2 started. They've showed Daniel, and somebody gave me his name. They showed Daniel the first 3 minutes of the show, every show. And it's a very important factor that they're demonstrating to us. The fact that he was teaching himself how to read. He was teaching himself how to count money. And then episode 2, he was showing us that he knows how to write now too. And these things are very important as far as black people are concerned during that time, because we were forbidden to do anything. All 3 of those things could get you killed. So the first 2-3 episodes, he's showing that. And then the 3rd episode, he's like reading fluently, and now he's teaching his child as well. So that's another boo-ha-ha that you're not supposed to be doing. But after they show his scene, we don't see him anymore for the rest of the episode. And like I said, if it wasn't for somebody in my comments telling me what his name was, the show still has not told us that his name is Daniel. We didn't know this. And I really want to know more about him. I want to see more interaction of him on the show. I love Bokeem Woodbine as an actor. Oh my goodness. But his character is so intriguing to me. And I think that's what they want us to do. They want us to get like a little hint of him and then no more. And I'm like, stop that. Give us some Daniel. But okay, we go to this whole episode is really about Sting and Rosalee. They go to the Rose Plantation, and Ernestine is still out there standing in the water, and she's still sniffing her concoction, and this time she sees hallucinations of Sam. Every time she get high off this stuff, she sees hallucinations. And trying to drink water, y'all. Trying to drink my water, and my notes are down here, so I apologize. I keep not looking at the camera because, like I said, I watched this last night. I should have recorded it last night. Now I gotta like rely on my notes, and like I said, I don't think I got the last 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. So he's standing out there in the water next to his mama in this hallucination, and he says, I thought you said Master Tom was gonna be the last one. And then it cuts to the credits, and I'm thinking, last one of what? The last man that gonna be her master, or the last man that was gonna beat her? Which was the last one, Sam? It can't be the last baby daddy. Oh my God, I hope she ain't pregnant. She thinks she's not. Oh, I didn't even think about that, because she said they keep saying that the last baby that she had, James, was gonna be the last baby she made. She took care of that, and she bring that back up in the episode again. Boy, I hope Steen can't be pregnant. I mean, she is young, because think about it, they start having babies real young back in slavery times. So she ain't nothing probably but like 13, 14 years older than Rosalee probably. Oh, I hope Steen ain't pregnant. Okay, here we go. So they come back to the land, and the overseer is running up behind Steen, and he like, where the hell you been? And she just walking on. She walking on. She ain't paying him no mind. He like, I said, I know you hear me talking to you. Where you been? Steen is like, bump what you heard. I don't care what you talking about. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna acknowledge you. He snatched her up, turned her around, and popped her in the face good. And I'm like, oh God, I'm so sick of them beating on Steen. I'm so sick of them, because they don't like, she's not getting like lashes, thank God. She getting like straight punches, like to the face and to the nose. And I'm like, I'm getting emotional, and I'm not really a big Steen fan. I'm like, stop beating her damn ass. Okay, so when she gets knocked to the ground, Bruiser runs his ass up, and he like basically kind of protected her. He throwing himself up some more. He made an excuse up saying that she was sick, and he told her to go ahead and rest, and he apologized, and Overseer's like, I don't give a damn what she is. You know, she's supposed to be out here working or whatever she's supposed to be doing, and he really was trying to like vouch for her. So he decided to leave her alone, because he was about to whoop her. You see, he pulled out the little slaps. I don't even know what the damn thing called no more. I'm so tired. Sorry. He pulled out the little whip, and he was about to beat her with it, but yeah, Bruiser threw himself in her and to protect her. You still don't get no brownie points from me though, Bruiser. And like all the other enslaved people were just standing around watching what was going down. And so once the overseer walked off, Bruiser was like, this is my last motherfucking time sticking up for you. I'm not gonna do this shit no more. And she like, nobody asked you to fucking save me. And he went to go raise up at her too, and then he looked up and he saw all the other women standing around looking. So this is already letting you know that everybody not accepting this abuse, but everybody know he doing it, but they not like, don't do it in front of me type of look that they gave him. I don't know if they would have really did anything if he would have did it, or they would have stood around and watched as well. I'm not certain, but they gave him them looks, and it was the women, gave him them mama looks like you used to get when you was in church and you was acting up. Gave him them looks, and he, he calmed down. Okay, so then Patty Cannon is out looking for Rosalee on the shore, and she think that she got her, and she's like, okay, she must have fell in the water right here at this point. And old boy said, hey, you need to check your ego, baby, because the black rose blooms on. There is scientific research out there that tells us that black women can stand anything. We have done enough damage to their motherfucking bodies to test and prove that they are very resilient. They can endure a lot of goddamn pain. And she ain't gone. Black women can stand the best of anything. She ain't going down easy. And Patty kind of like, fuck what you heard. We done broke her ass. We done broke her. We done broke her to pieces. We got pieces of her right here. It's pieces of her scattered to the wind. It's pieces of her scattered to the left. And we know for a fact that some of them pieces going to leave breadcrumbs right back to Moses, Harriet Tubman. And so they go on and they show Rosalee next. And Rosalee is just bleeding, and baby girl is in pain. And she feeling faint, and she fatigued, and she probably hungry, and she tired. And she coughing and hacking, and she break out her little medical kit that she got on her, and starts to get that doggone bullet out of her. So some turkey feathers helped it not go all the way through, but she still got it there, so she got to get this bullet out. And she is showing, she exemplifying the doggone, what the writer, Mr. Donahue, that's his name, what the writer said that she was going to do or that we could do. She enduring this pain, baby. She getting that bullet out of her, and she digging and digging and digging, and she almost passes the fuck out because the pain is so unbearable. She make her little concoction together and spit the stuff up there on her into the wound, and she lights a match because she's trying to cauterize the wound to seal it off so it can stop the bleeding. She's trying to cauterize it. She can't because it just blows out. I don't know if it was a breath bleeding or hard or if it was actual wind blowing. She couldn't keep that match lit. So she took the damn pistol, hold it up against her chest, and she pulled that trigger, and the heat, the sparks, all that comes off of that gun lit into her chest, and you can see the embers burning of her skin scorching, and it just, Rosalee, baby, oh my God, I'm telling you, I was in my feelings. This whole episode. But she had the gun so close to her head that she lost her hearing. And I don't know if it's going to be a temporary hearing loss, but Rosalee can't hear a thing. And she out here in this woods trying to run, and she can't hear what's coming up behind her. I'm like, Rosalee, baby, Rosalee. So, it then flashes back in that moment, because like I said, the gunshot and the pain causes her to have some momentarily blackouts, and she kind of flashes back to her childhood. And it's her making up a bed in Master Tom's house, and her mama comes in and talking about, get up on that bed. She's like, Mama, I can't do that. She's like, get up on that bed, girl. And they get up on the bed, and they jump up and down like little kids do. Like sometimes me and my daughter do when we go to hotel rooms. We get up on that bed. Yeah, that's a good moment. And Ernestine tells her, through this life, you're gonna go through some pain, and it's gonna get worse. But these moments right here, these happy moments, these moments of joy, you need to steal them any chance you can get. It's the only way you're gonna survive. Only way you're gonna get through this. And I was like, okay, go ahead, Mama Steen, go ahead on. Then they go back off to, then she pops that pen into her chest again, give her that boost of adrenaline, and she up moving. She's still holding that stomach and that belly, and she's still in a lot of pain, but she's moving. So then they go back to the Road Plantation, and I did not realize that Dewana Wise was on this show as well. I did not realize that she was the girl that was Bruiser's, I guess, baby mama, so to speak. I did not realize that was Dewana Wise. So tonight I had a double dose of Dewana Wise and Aisha Hines, because both of them played on Shots Fired. I hope you watched that review too. That was a very good show. It's fast-paced, moving. And I hope it kind of balances out some, because it was really fast-paced in the first episode. They got a lot done. But Dewana Wise and Aisha Hines are both in Shots Fired as well. If you don't know who Dewana Wise is the young lady who's playing the Bruiser's other woman who just had the abortion from Steen. And Aisha Hines is the lady that's playing Harriet Tubman. On Shots Fired, Aisha Hines is the pastor who's, I guess, kind of leading the movement against the police, and Dewana Wise is the mother whose son was killed also, and they failed to investigate this murder. So, okay, now back to Underground. Okay, so they have not Dewana. Oh my goodness, I don't know her character's name down here. I want to say it's Maya. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. They had her down here by the riverside, and they were basically chastising and taunting her to get her to give up who was the father of this kid, who was the one who slept with her out of wedlock and impregnated her. And she is still in such a state of shock and flux that she's not doing anything. She's just sitting there and she's taking it all, but she's not saying anything. And Steen is standing there in the back, with her head looking away. And then they look to the side and they see one of the slavers over there looking on. I don't know if he's waiting on her to give it up or just trying to see what they're doing. But her father comes and tells her, like, this is a custom. This is tradition. We got to get this up out of you. We got to get this sin up out of you. Oh, they're by the saints tree, the spirits tree. So it's like, apparently there's a custom that they try to trap spirits in those bottles that's hanging from the tree. Because I didn't get the full understanding originally when they showed that tree in the first episode. They try to trap spirits in the bottle to keep them away from people so they can't come back into your life. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get that spirit up out of her body and get her to actually speak it, say it out loud, and get that out of her system. But she's sitting there like, stone face, I'm not doing it. Then they flash to Steen and French. And this is at the time that she was with child. She was with child with Sam. And because they noticed, because they're trying to pick a name. And he wants the name Solomon. And she like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. He's like, Solomon is such a strong name. And she was like, how about Sam? And they kind of laugh and joke about Sam. He's like, no, I don't want no Sam. He's like, Solomon was like the first son of David, and that makes her really sad real quick. So that lets me know that Sam wasn't their first child. Apparently, she probably had a child named David, but she had another son that was taken from her. I don't know if he was taken from her like immediately after birth or later on in life, but they had a child that was taken from her, and French told her, he promised her that this child wasn't going to be taken from her. He's not going to let that happen. So then they go back to Rosalee running through the woods, looking for signs of a safe house. She's looking for the little cuts in the trees. She's looking at the moss. And this whole episode, Rosalee is just running. It was no dialogue with her at all, but she told so doggone much. Baby girl was, Journey Smaller, baby, you was acting hunty. Yes, you were. She was running through that woods, and she lost. She cold. She throwing up, and whoo. So Rosalee is back out there. Sting. She back out there sniffing again on the side of the shore, just looking at the water again, and she got her little stuff, steady sniffing. And the girl's father rose up to her, and it was like, asked her, did she want to know or understand and learn the history of the tree, the purpose of the tree. And she said, I don't know why y'all trying to keep spirits bottled up after they die anyway. Once they dead, they finally free. And he goes on to tell her some of the spiritual significance about it, about our ancestors and how all this relates back to the motherland. And she's like, I don't believe in any of your spirits. Some of us been gone from Africa so long, the spirits didn't come over here with us. They ain't here protecting us. And she said, not only do I not believe in your spirits, I don't believe in the white man's Bible either. I don't believe in none of that shit. Then they show her cleaning Frenchie's back. All them damn slash marks on his skin, and just whoever is doing the makeup on this show, y'all are getting me with that, because this looks so genuine. Oh my god. So yeah, she's cleaning his body off, and she closes his eyes, and I realized the French is dead. And then here come little Sam walk up, and he said, Mama, are you gonna do this for me too? And she just breaks down to even think about the fact that she may have to one day do this for her son. She broke down, I broke down with her. I'm about to break down again. Oh my god. Whoo, Lord. Okay, so then they got Rosalee running through the woods again, baby. She running and running and running. And she go through another body of water, and she realizes that something is on her neck bothering her. So she gets to doing all this and turning around, and baby, she pulls off this big fat juicy leech. She pulls off that leech and throws it down, and she starts to scream and starts to rip it more. Then pulls up her shirt and her dress and realizes that she is covered in leeches. It's leeches all in the belly. OMG. Y'all just don't understand how that made my skin crawl. Ooh, child. Oh, she just screaming, and she's trying to snatch him off her. She's trying to snatch him off her. So they go to Patty Cannon. She's standing on the shore, and with her crew, they still tracking Rosalee, and she realized that the guy who said he had the info on. I forgot his name too. He said she crossed the water right there, and Patty Cannon's like, you need to go ahead after her. He like, I ain't getting in that water. It's cold as hell. And she was like, oh, you gonna get in the water? He was like, why you don't see him? He was like, well, because I'm having sex with him tonight, and I don't want him smelling like river water or something like that. So you get your ass in the water. And he like, I don't give a damn. I'm not getting there. So she pulls out the gun on him and is like, you get in the water. And I think she just really showboating for the guy who's writing the book, Mr. Donahue. There's he down there, he taking his notes and see that she made him get in the water. He stripped butt naked to get into this water. And he came up on the other side. I don't know why he didn't come up on the other side without no leeches on him. He should have, but still. Okay. So they go to talk about the book, which is like make sure I'm not doing this out of order. I might be. But they go, okay, they might be, I don't know where my notes at. They're going to talk about the book and basically, oh, okay, that didn't happen. I go back to that. Okay. Sorry. So they go back to Steen, and she's, they getting dressed. She's getting all freshed up, got her rose petal water. She's getting all fresh up, smelling all good, looking all good. And I think the bath scene was probably a flashback, but she looking good. She got her good dress on. Bruiser getting dressed up, and they about to go up to the big house. And I think this is their moment where they are trying to get into the big house and get out the fields. Bruiser got his banjo, and Steen's supposed to sing. So they go up there to the big house, and Bruiser in there playing this little banjo, and they're strumming, and there's 3 slavers in there. I'm not sure which one of them is the master. They're probably the one with the mustache. But there's 3 slavers in there, and one of them is like tossing shit back. And the other 2 guys not drinking as much, so he making Bruiser drink. I mean, like back to back. They not shots. They not doubles. Them probably some triples. He keep back to back giving Bruiser this liquor and trying to make him drink it and drink it fast. So they have basically created an alcoholic with Bruiser. After a while, Bruiser's like, okay, why don't Steen just sing for you? Like the slavers are down there talking about their old mothers and whatever who didn't used to be into giving people orders, and then after being on the plantation so long, how it changes you and it makes you an evil person. By the time she got ready to die or got ready to go away, whatever, she's like can't do nothing but bark orders at the house women and tell them how horrible other people were and how incompetent they were. And he was like, you know, slavery is a nice word. And slavery just says that it's a one-sided thing, you know. But bondage, which is what we basically are doing, bondage puts that stigma on both of us. And not only are the slaves going through something, we are going through something as well. We are changing as a person, and we're becoming evil and this, that, and other. And other guys like, what the fuck you talking about, dude? Get off that. What's the problem? I don't see no problem with it. So I don't know if they're trying to show that this slaver is a little more compassionate, but he's still a fucking slaver. So okay, so then they go back out to, like I said, the dude made it across the water. He out there fighting. Rosalee's out there. She's throwing up, and she passes out. If this is the scene, didn't realize y'all I was making this video that long, but he's running out of. He's fighting Rosalee, and Rosalee's fighting him, and I mean they having a good fight. I mean, like I said, he throwing blows. Like bam, like blows. And I'm like, God damn it. Rosalee fight back though, baby. Baby, no, it was one point that he stomped her in her back, and I'm thinking, not the baby. Oh, Jesus, not the baby. And the catcher, he beating the shit out of her. She goes ham on that motherfucking, bites his ear off. I was like, you better do that, Rosalee. You better do that, Rosalee. He catches her up in a chokehold. And the breath is leaving her body. Her eyes is rolling. And something in her gets her, grabs a hold of a knife and stabs that motherfucker in the eye. And I'm like, yes, girl, yes. And then it flashes back to a scene with her and Harriet. And Harriet got her going through the woods and teaching her how to use an axe, how to wield one. And they out here chopping on this tree. And she's saying that this right here, this gonna build up your strength and your muscles. So when you out there fighting that good fight and you feel like you can't go on, you gonna draw on this moment. Oh, whoa. Bam. And while we're doing this, we're getting a little backstory about Harriet and her family. That her father is safely up in Canada. And Rosalee is like concerned that when she get there to find her mama, that her mama not gonna want to run. Baby, Sting gonna run. If she find her, when she get back to that plantation, realize her mama ain't there, and she gotta get James. She gotta get James. But when she get back there and realize that her mama gonna run, you can't make me believe this Sting ain't gonna run. Sting gonna run and kill at the same damn time. That's what Sting gonna do. Harriet said, my mama was the same way. She didn't want to run either. And I put her ass in that damn wagon. At the point where we decided to run, she was incapable of doing so. I stuck her ass in that wagon, and she made it to freedom any damn way. She bitched and complained the whole way, but I got my mom out of there. So no matter what, she pretty much telling her, I don't care if your mama don't want to run. You gonna make her run. You gonna run for her. Strap her ass down or something and take off with her. But she getting out of there. At this point, they go back. This is when they go to the big house, and they're singing, and the whole scene happens with the liquor and everything. And Bruiser gets Sting to sing. So Sting is singing her little song, and she's being seductive at the same time with the little catchers. And all of a sudden, Sting got a breakdown, baby. She flips the hell out in this song. Talking about she draws into her acting and like I don't remember what the words of the song was, but I know it had something about I'm gonna hang your ass like you done hung us type of situation. Sting was singing that song. She was serious, and then she just fell out laughing and crying, and like she just like literally cracked in that moment. They go back to Patty in the woods, and she realized that her dude is dead. And of course, the writer, Mr. Donahue, was still kind of taunting her, the fact that her people keep ending up dead. And they go back into the house, and Patty tells him how she wants the story to be written. And he was like, so you want me to write a lie? And she was like, well, tell me the deepest story that you done heard about me. So he goes on the story about her holding this baby over this fire. And she said, well, how much do you think is true? She said, what, it don't even matter. Because basically what she wants to do is kind of build up the legend of Rosalee, the Black Rose, or Moses, and also build her legend up. So when she finally catches them, it'll make it seem all the more glorious, all the more of a legend. And he like, well, what if it don't work out that way? And she's like, it is going to work out that way. Her ego is too big. I still don't like this actress as Patty Cannon. I don't know. I just don't like her. They go back to the Roe plantation, and Bruiser and Steen is in the house, and they all mad. They both mad. But he mad because she fucked up their opportunity to get into the big house. And they start screaming back and forth, and Steen says, you want to be the master's bitch? You can do that without me. I was like, come on, Steen, come through, Steen. So he came at her, and Steen fights. She fights this time. I mean, I hate to see her fighting a grown-ass man, but baby, she out her fighting. I was like, oh, that's where Rosalee get that from, because Steen is in there throwing jabs. Of course, Bruiser's kind of getting the best of her a little bit, but yeah, she went to go pop that ass, and Steen was, hey, she was like, not today, this is not the day, not the time. So he goes to go in for that final blow, though. And she said, go ahead, just do it. Steen has a death wish, baby. She got a death wish. And she's like, just do it. Just do it. And he's sitting here like, why you keep making me hurt you? You keep making me hurt you. I'm going to leave. I'm going to hold my opinion on that. He's like, you keep making me hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I love you. I really do love you. Then they make love. I'm like, shit, what the fuck? I don't understand that. I don't understand. But I know women like that. I know women who fight with their men every which kind of way. If we help them get away, they go back because they so used to being in that type of situation. And they bloody and bleeding, and then they go have sex with that dude, and they think that love making session, that sex session, because I don't call it love, they think that is what's healing them, that's making them stronger. I was saddened. I was very deeply saddened by that. Then the house girl goes into the woods, the one that was in the house watching them. She goes into the woods, and there's a lady there carving up this boar, and she's like, I need your help. And the girl, she's like, you ain't with child. And she's like, I know. I think she was asking her to fix it so she can't get pregnant, because the only thing she got going for her is her looks and her cootie pap, and she don't want them to touch her that way. But she got to use what she got, and it was Angela motherfucking Bassett. I was like, is that? I mean, I swear, I was like, is that Angela? Boy, that look like Angela. That ain't Sting, but Sting kind of looked like Angela. But that ain't Sting. Who is that? I was like, that's Angela Bassett. I had to go on the Twitter and be like, is that Angela? Angela Bassett was not posting at all that she was on Underground. She did not post it anywhere. I had to go onto the Underground page and find out that was Angela Bassett in that scene. I was like, well, I'll be damn. Look at that. Angela Bassett on Underground. I mean, they done dropped some gems up in here. They had my girl from Sugarland in here early in the first season. She was Caroline Bean's mom. I was like, look at this. But yeah, they got Angela Bassett rolling up through there. And she basically tell the girl to take this knife and carve up her insides. And but don't think that this is gonna save you. This not gonna do anything. You don't think that you can survive this life by doing this. It's not gonna help you by cutting up your pocket. But if that's what you want to do, you know, here, take this knife and carve your insides out. But she wasn't gonna do it for her. I was like, I'll be damned. So that's when my notes fell off. But I know, okay, so I'm trying to see. Hopefully I got the last bit of the show, y'all. Hopefully I got the last bit of the show. This show was so important to me. Because, like, one, it teaches me a lot of history. It makes me research. Me and my cousin was talking about it for a small snippet, and she was like, this show makes me so damn mad. I say, it does make me mad, but at the same time, it makes me feel so fucking proud. Y'all just don't understand how this show makes me feel proud of my people, like, for real. And then especially showing us the Geechee people and the traditions of the old customs and old ways. You just don't know what joy that brings me just to hear them speaking in dialect, just to know that there is people who to this day, that's not just back in the antebellum South, that is to this day, are still surviving in existence in these United States, that they have held on to our customs and cultures. And I'm telling you, I'm going to I call them the Geechee Islands. I forgot what the actual islands are called. Gullah Island is like, they call them the Gullah or the Geechee people, but it's not actually called that on the map. It's right by Beaufort, South Carolina. And I don't even know how the hell to get there. I'm going to get there, though, because there's no planes that go. I couldn't find a plane that goes, like, to the islands. So I think you got to go to Beaufort and then, like, make your way from Beaufort over to the islands. I'm going. I'm telling you. They are so rich in customs and cultures. I'm getting there. Okay, so... because like at this point, like I said, this is when my TV cut off. So hopefully, I think I'm getting what's going on, because I was having issues with the signal and everything. So I think the next scene is when they go out and to the woods again, and they find one of the catchers finds this grave, and it's like a fresh grave, and he looks at it, but then walks away. And then all of a sudden you see Rosalee burst herself up out the ground, gasping for air. And I'm like, that was smart, girl, for you to bury yourself right there. It made your track go cold, first of all, because you there, and they saying she must be dead right here. They thinking it's her dead, probably, because that's where the scent stops. So she buried herself there, and she climbs up out of there. Oh my goodness, she's screaming. And I'm like, don't scream, girl, because she still can't hear. So she probably still don't know how loud she is. She's going through this doggone woods, and I think she falls. She passes out, or she falls asleep. When she passes out, falls asleep, probably the same thing. And she gets up and she's trying to drink some water out the river, and she's throwing up and retching, and then she just ain't got no strength. She ain't got no energy. And I might be saying this backwards, so I hope I'm not, though. She's sitting there on the side of the road. I don't know, she was sitting there by the water, and she's trying to drink this water, and this snake rolls up and bites her in the leg. And she's screaming, and she tried to put her foot in the water to try to get the poison out. I guess they didn't really know about how to remove snake bites at the time, but she just didn't have the time or the injury to do so. And she passes out, and when she comes to, she's sitting there covered in mud and dirt, and Mr. Donahue, the writer, rolls up on her, and he sees her. And you can hear the catchers out calling his name, and he's real quiet and real hush-hush. He sees Rosalee by the side, and he goes over there and gives her some water, and then he takes off. He doesn't turn her in. And she drinks that water, and it's like the best thing to ever hit her lips. I want to say she passed out again. Like I said, I'm probably mixing this up, but they go back to Steen, and Steen is walking towards the water with the stone in her arms, and she's heading out to that water, and she's just walking and walking and walking, and she keeps walking till she sinks down to the water. Down, down, down she goes, and all the bubbles and the life is coming up out of her. Rosalee's laying in the dirt on the side, just passed out. She's almost giving up on life, like she can't go no further. Scene is dropping down and dropping down and dropping down. Then all of a sudden, Rosalee bursts up, and she gets up, and now she feels it, and she got a little more strength back, and she starts to run again. And at that same moment, you see some bruiser jump into the water and snatch Ernestine up, and he ties rope around her, and they all pulling her out the water, and they're pulling her out the water. And so it's like both of these moments are simultaneously happening. They flip-flopping back from Rosalee to Ernestine, and it's basically like they are having a rebirth of self-confidence and self-worth and strength at this time, at the same moment. And it's like so freaking, my picture fell. I got these pictures, y'all, from one of my friends. Drew this on Facebook. She goes by Terry the Illustrator. She drew that picture, and she drew that fist with African into it. And I'm going to put these in a frame and put them in my new room whenever I move to my new house. But right now they stand on my bookshelf, right by my lovely daughter. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I know I missed something at the end, but they basically get up and they both find a strength and resilience again within themselves, and Rosalee's back on the run. And I think this is where hopefully Steen is being washed of her spirit. She's losing that spirit, setting that spirit free. And now she's going to start gaining some strength to fight for herself and fight for life. I hope that's what's going on. I apologize, like I said, I don't think I caught all the way to the end. Y'all let me know in the comments what happened at the end if I missed something. I'm telling this. Sorry about this review being so doggone long too. This is probably about 45 minutes. I'm so sorry. But this was a good one. This was a touching one for me, y'all. This was a touchy one for me. All right, y'all. I'm coming back with Greenleaf's review later on this afternoon. I will see y'all later. Peace.